Be my only girl, I'll be your one. Be my only girl.
Hey boys and girls, it's Miss McDougal, and today we are going to be exploring some of the cool things that you have in your equipment bag. And so when we go through the things in your equipment bag, what I want you to be thinking about is that term that was introduced in your module. It's called implements. Okay, I know that's kind of a tricky word, but implements just simply means something that is used in sports or activities to strike something. And we've already learned that strike means to hit or move an object. All right, so be thinking about that as we go through some of the cool pieces of equipment in your equipment bag. So let's start out with something that I know that you guys know what this is. But take a look. If you think you know what this implement is called, tell your learning guide right now. If you said a baseball bat, you're right. Yes. And what do you think a baseball bat is used to hit? A baseball, right? Or if you play softball, you would be hitting a softball, right? All right, so a baseball bat is an implement. It's used to hit or strike something. Let's take a look at some other goodies in your equipment bag. What about this one? Does this one look familiar? Tell your learning guide what you think this implement is. If you said a golf club, you're right. That's right, and a golf club is used to strike or hit a golf ball, right? So this is also considered to be an implement. Let's keep searching. All right, yours may look a little different than mine. You have one that is a little bit smaller. But what do you think this implement is called? That's right, it's a racket. Now, rackets can be used in different sports. This just happens to be a racquetball racket, okay, which is a sport where you use a small ball and you hit it up against a wall and it bounces back at you and you got to hit it again. But there are also other types of rackets. Like in your bag, you should have a racket that looks like this. This is a badminton racket and it's used to hit a birdie. No, I'm not talking about the birdie that flies. No, a birdie is a small piece of equipment, and it kind of has used to have like birdie feathers, but now they make it kind of plastic, and there's a plastic little ball at the top too. But these are both implements because, again, they're used to strike or hit something. In this case, a racket ball, and in this case, a badminton piece of equipment, right? A birdie. All right, let's see. This one is also in your equipment bag, and I love this sport. Look at this. It's a long-handled implement, right? It's very long. What do you think this piece of equipment is called? If you said a hockey stick, you're right. That's right. What do you think a hockey stick hits? A puck. That's right. If you know anything about hockey, especially in the Tampa Bay area, you might know about the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? They play right here in our area. So remember that a hockey stick is an implement also, and it's used to strike or hit a puck. All right? Now, you learned before we started this lesson that you can also strike with your body parts, right? And we did a fun activity with a balloon, and you use different body parts to keep that balloon up in the air before it hit the ground, right? But in sports, we also use other types of equipment where we use to strike with body parts. Let's see if you know what this one is. That's right, it's a soccer ball. What do you think we use to strike or hit a soccer ball? That's right, it's our feet. Our feet are used to strike or hit the soccer ball to get it from place to place, right? Perfect. All right, what about this one? We've been practicing on this, right? You're right, it's a basketball. In a basketball, we use our hand, remember our finger pads, to push that basketball to the ground. So we strike the ball with our hand to get it to move. All right, so great job. We have some fun things that we're gonna do with these implements. So get ready, here we go.
Be my only girl, I'll be your one. Be my